Surrounded by people who share passion for the intriguing world of hypnosis.
Because as you know, as things get closer, any event that gets closer that we get excited about, our nervous system ramps up, right?
One of the ideas in NLP is the idea of being able to take different perspectives on things. It's pretty smart in life. Instead of getting stuck in one way of seeing things, which gives you one set of options and one set of choices, well, what choices do you have when you look at it like this? So that you know what this experience will be like, I'll give you a little example. To be honest with me, Dees, what does it feel like when I push your hand like that? Can you feel that sense? Yes. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
That's very good.
That is.
You don't want to do shock inductions with somebody who's pregnant. Unless you want to do like live hypnobirthing in your therapy room. But hey, deeper and deeper, all the way down, deeper. That's right.
And there are a couple of things that can't be done realistically at all. For instance, if you are into alien abductions, how to do that, people that.
Yeah, the source of the threat. But at the same time, our pupils have gone wider. There's now scanning the environment. Because where there's one hungry lion, there's more likely to be more hungry lions. So we get focal changes. We get oculomotor movements taking place.
And that is the air hunger loop, and that's why it's so difficult to crack. And I often complain of other symptoms, or I notice other things. Number one, and I had this, hyperfixated on breathing.
This is about you. You are a therapist. Unless you're very lucky and have worked in this for many years and you have a clinic and you employ other hypnotherapists, people are coming to see you and they want that connection with you.
The suggestion comes into the executive control instructs the substance to do the thing, the behaviour occurs, but there's the C&D hours that kind of missing. There's a gap there whereby, so when you monitor what's going on in your body and you find your arm rising, it feels automatic or involuntary.
We need to develop better, streamlined assessment tools to measure and harness disability. So there's clear evidence that hypnotic skill, at least in some contexts, does predict clinical success.
Right? So in order for the client to really trust me, he needs to trust me as a professional and as a human being.
Change happens when the client or the person experiences something very intimate, something very profound. I think the hypnotist is someone who facilitates that.
These issues with domestic violence, so it is starting to become more well known and it is starting to become more documented and more researched. So, we can hope that things are going to improve in the future because they need to feel safe and they need whatever they can get to feel safe.
Is this for tonight?
I joked last year that Undine was my BFF.
I want to thank Adam for the generous introduction and for inviting me here to speak with me.
So it's about, for me, it's just about if I can guide someone's imagination to the point where they don't believe it, double negative there, so they believe it, that to me is hypnosis. And if I can do that without formal induction and stuff, and a lot of times, especially now in my therapy work, I don't do a lot of formal induction.
And I started to move further away from the idea that I was doing something to somebody, and move further towards the idea that I was working with somebody's subconscious or unconscious, whichever it is. Yes. Can we get rid of that? Yes. Okay. You do that now? Yes.
Changes in routine are really important, and that leads us on to stress, because stress is another trigger. Well, it does actually last more than a few hours. And we know that medication doesn't always provide pain relief. 500 million neurons that are in your gut that are connected to your brain through your nervous system. And the enteric nervous system is where our gut brain is.
Try and sleep deeper, all the way down. I just want one more. Second common misconception about hypnosis is that people tell secrets in hypnosis. That's not true either. If you had a secret to keep in your normal waking state, you keep it in hypnosis.
And just follow my fingers from your eyes. So sleep, 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 sleep. There is a set of things that exhibit that same neural functionality, that same coactivation of prefrontal and the anterior cingulate.
So I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks very much for staying. And I just want to say a big thank you to Adam Eason, to Sarah Mortimer and Steve Baxter, along with all the other wonderful support staff that work, I know, all through the year to bring that hypnosis convention together. It really is a wonderful convention. If you have any interest in hypnosis at all, then you really want to come along to this convention. And if you're interested, I'll put links in the description section below so you can check out the convention and all information about it as it progresses throughout the year. The key thing, as I say, is that's just a taster, because there are 3 different rooms of speakers every hour. So as much as I had to navigate the difficult choice of which speaker to listen to, because they're all good, it's just practically 1/3. And when I say 1/3, that undersells it, because the conversations that go on at lunchtime, the conversations that go on in the bar, again, as you saw, some of the antics in the bar in the evenings, conversations over dinners, that's all very much a part of it. So it's a massive, massive event and a massive learning experience and connection and networking experience overall. If you are interested in attending the event next year, then I'll put links in the description section below pointing to the website so you can find out and follow them for all the latest information. The convention's been going since 2016, and since 2017 I've been making these, as you see here, the little taster videos to show off what I was doing at the events and who I was meeting and connecting with. So I'm very proud to have this video as the next in the collection. It was interesting, as I was putting this video together, I reviewed the previous years to see the music, background music, etc. And I noticed in the 2019, that's the November 2019 video, I said, see you in 2020. Of course, due to the pandemic, the convention never was held in 2020. And they, again, put a lot of effort into trying to establish it in 2021, but in early 2021, COVID was still resurfacing, and a tough and very sad decision was made, but a correct decision in my mind to not go ahead with the 2021 either. The convention came back last year in 2022, and I did shoot some footage, but being maybe over enthusiastic, I was trying to do something in camera and I really trashed the video, so it was no use for putting a nice video together. So I went back to the old basics, and hopefully you'll agree I did capture the essence of the event. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you give it a like, and don't forget to click the subscribe button and that bell notification button next to the subscribe button so you get notified every time a new video comes out from myself. And if you have been attending the convention, if you're in that video, drop a comment in the comment section below, or if I missed you out, tell me about it in the comment section below. And if you weren't at the convention, tell me if you're going to go. Tell me, did this inspire you in some way to attend the convention next year? I really hope to see you there. Whether you were there this year, I want to see you again. And if you weren't there, I'd love to have a chat with you. And if my video in any way helped inspire you to come along to the event, make sure and say hi to me at the time. A key point I want to make, and it was wonderful because I met several people who had attended the convention this year that had no training, no experience in hypnosis other than the curiosity for this wonderful tool that we call hypnosis. So you don't need to be in the trade. You don't need to be, you know, part of the in crowd or have studied an in-depth experience to attend these conventions. This is what these conventions are for, to give you that new experience. It's aimed at all levels, not just, like I say, those seasoned people in the hypnosis and hypnotherapy industry. If you're watching this video early, and I mean early before the speakers have been announced, then check out their website. Again, as I said, check out the website, because there's going to be a 15% discount. That's a massive 15% discount for those early bird adopters. If you're watching this after the speakers have been announced, and if I am one of those speakers for next year, then I'll have a 10% discount code. And again, check out the description section for those discount codes if these speakers have been announced. Just one more big thank you to Adam and his team. I'll leave you with this video here from 2019. Check it out to find out what was happening back then, all that time ago before the pandemic, and look forward to seeing you at next year's convention. Goodbye.